morning, class 7. We have already completed some efficient topics of chapter respiration and we have left with few other topics. So today we will be dealing with topics like differences between photosynthesis and respiration, few experiments which are there in your syllabus, and few important facts. In page 62, you will find the table showing the differences between photosynthesis and respiration. Let us deal with this. The first point, photosynthesis takes place only in green plant and respiration it takes place in all living organism. As we know that photosynthesis will only take part in green plant because of the presence of chlorophyll, and respiration will take part in all the organisms like plant, animal, yeast, bacteria, etc. Second point, seat of photosynthesis is chloroplast. Why it is chloroplast? Because most of the stomata is present in that region for the exchange of respiratory gases. Respiration, seat of respiration is mitochondria, and where is mitochondria? It is inside the cell. So the cellular respiration which takes place inside the cell, it takes place inside an important organelle, that is in mitochondria. Third point, photosynthesis, it occurs only during the daytime. It is because there is the presence of solar light during the daytime only. Respiration, it occurs during day and night. It is because during daytime also there is availability of oxygen from the atmosphere, whereas during night there is no photosynthesis, only respiration is there. You might have heard that it is usually said that it can be harmful for a person to sleep under the tree during night time. It is because during night, as the process of respiration at its efficient point, that means it is undergoing at a high rate, so much of the waste product are released that time. And what is the waste product? That is carbon dioxide, the same carbon dioxide which is a waste product for us too. So if you are going to sleep under the tree at night, then we are going to inhale a large amount of carbon dioxide which can be injurious to your health. That's why it is preferred not to sleep during night under the tree. Fourth point, synthesis of sugar takes place in oxygen is given out. You know this very well, that there is a production or formation of C6H12O6 glucose. Respiration, breakdown of sugar takes place and carbon dioxide is given out. As we know, in this process, just opposite to photosynthesis, it leads to breakdown of the glucose for the release of energy. So these are the various points you need to remember this.
Let us demonstrate alcoholic fermentation in yeast. Requirements: 2 test tubes, 2 1-hold corks, sugar solution. Procedure: take some fruit juice or sugar solution in a test tube A. Add some yeast to this. Fit the test tube with a 1-hold cork. Take another test tube B containing freshly prepared lime water. Fit the test tube with a 1-hold cork. Now fit test tube A cork with a bent glass tube. Dip the free end of the bent glass tube into a second test tube. Observation: it is observed that after some time, air bubbles arise and they turn lime water milky, showing that the air evolved is carbon dioxide. Open the cork of test tube containing sugar and yeast. The smell of alcohol is observed. This shows that the products of fermentation by yeast are ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide.
show that the air we breathe out has carbon dioxide in it. Take two beakers, A and B, and pour lime water in them. We will now cover each beaker with a cardboard sheet that has a hole in the middle and a straw inserted in the hole. Now, watch carefully. We are going to blow air into beaker A. Hey, we can see bubbles. See, as we blow more and more, the liquid changes to milky white. But look at the other beaker B. It remains as it is. So what do you infer from this? Yes, the air we breathe out has carbon dioxide in it.
In the previous videos, you might have seen two experiments which are there in your syllabus given in your book. So, after watching the video, you might have got the idea how to perform the experiment and what are the inferences delivered from the experiment. So, apart from that, there is an important fact which need to be shared with you. That is that if you remember, when we were discussing about the respiration in stems, we talked about stomata. Stomata is located on the lower surface of dicot leaf, whereas on both the surface of monocot leaf. As you know, there are two types of plant, dicot plant and monocot plant. Dicot are those plant which seed have two cotyledons, whereas monocot have one cotyledon. What is cotyledon? Those are seed leaves. So what happens that in monocot plant, which has a leaf which is also known as isobilateral leaf, these leaves have both surface of the same similar in structure, both the surface, and on both the surface there is a presence of stomata. Whereas in dicot leaf with two cotyledons, those dicot plants have leaves which are said as dorsiventral. That means dorsal side, upside and downside. But these two sides are not similar in structure. That's why, and the upper side is more exposed to the plant. That's why the stomata is present on the lower surface in a much quantity. Only in the lower surface actually. These are two types of leaf, dicot leaf, fiscus, which is the another name for people, and the second is monocot leaf, grass. As you can differentiate between these two leaves, as the leaf of people tree has unsimilar surfaces, that means the upper surface is not same as the lower surface, whereas the grass, if you see the leaf, it is usually straight and both the surfaces are same. You cannot differentiate between the surfaces. So this is the difference between monocot and dicot and the presence of stomata on either leaf.